Hello, hello, and welcome to the Mass Media Tribe Meetup for April 2021. And tonight we have an amazing event on tonight. I'm so grateful for the people that are on the live Zoom. And if you're watching this on Facebook, welcome. We have an amazing guest speaker with us tonight. The amazing Linda Morrison, all the way from Melbourne, is going to be speaking about how to catapult your business online. My name is Aldwyn Alternay, known as the Media Queen, and I started Mass Media Tribe meetups as physical events in 2018, 3 years ago. We started them as events on the Gold Coast and in Brisbane, and the idea was to help people get their message out to the masses in a very cost-effective way. The physical events, we were charging $10 to $15 to attend. Since COVID, I've run a heap of events. We were doing them every 2 weeks last year, and this year it's monthly. Online, all free now. So we've had people from all over the world join us, which has been just wonderful. And it's been great in many ways having the online too, because we've been able to access speakers that wouldn't normally be able to just easily, turn up on the Gold Coast or in Brisbane to our physical events. So it really has been a great way to connect with people from all around the world. Now, a bit of my background, for those who don't know me, I have 30 plus years in the media. I'm a photojournalist by trade. I've worked in TV, radio, and print. I have a media business on the Gold Coast called AA Expose Media, and very passionate about getting more truth out in the media and good news stories. And I'm sure you'd agree, since COVID, we've had so much negativity in the mass media, haven't we? It's just been, people are sick of hearing about COVID and wearing a mask. Now, I just wore a mask myself for the first time not long ago. I hopped on a plane to Sydney, and those things are horrible. You can barely breathe in them. They're like gagging you. I mean, you get depressed just wearing a mask, right? So the thing is now, more than ever, it's important that we control our emotions. As much as we may get angry and frustrated by the current circumstances of the world, it's important that we become, like Viktor Frankl, during the Holocaust, he was in the concentration camp, and, no matter what people were doing to his body, they couldn't control his mind. And so your state of mind is so important for how you do life and how you do business. And, during COVID, we've had a lot of businesses go under, and we've had others that have absolutely boomed. Zoom, for example, the Zoom platform tripled its revenue in March when COVID happened, right? It actually tripled its business, and it just keeps going up. And so many businesses who have pivoted online have also seen amazing success. And so tonight's topic is really, really crucial. If you want to take your business to another level, you need to know how to master the online space. Okay, you need to know how to get your knowledge and package it up and get it out to the world and to the masses using the online space, particularly now with COVID and with, the whole offline event space being uncertain and so many rules and regulations when you do events that aren't online as well now. So more and more people are going online, and people are getting used to the online space and getting used to purchasing through the online space too. So it's brilliant that you're here watching this right now. Absolutely perfect. And part of why I'm passionate about truth and good news too is because I've had depression over the years myself. I've had 4 friends take their own lives by the age of 45. Now, the stats worldwide are about 1 million people a year worldwide take their own lives. And during COVID, that has gone up. That figure has gone up. And so now also more than ever, it's important that we be the change we want to see in the world, as Gandhi says. Be the change you want to see in the world. If you're sick of the negative news out there, then you can do something about it. You can share gratitude and good news online. And something I launched during COVID is the Global Good News Challenge, which you can join in. In fact, we have an April 1, and today is the last day for the April Challenge. You can actually participate. Leanne, you've been doing yours, which has been brilliant. Well done. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So, if you shift your energy and your vibration to love and gratitude, and I have my little love heart here, love and gratitude are the highest vibrations you will feel as a human being. Okay. And it's very, very simple to get into this space. Okay. It's a choice in any moment. It's a choice. You can choose to live in the drama and the fear and the you know, get caught up in all the dramas of the world right now. And I must say, there's times I get very frustrated. However, nowadays I sort of step back now and I go, oh, that's interesting. You know, I sort of go, that's interesting. You know, and I always say, do your own research with everything, right? Do your own research. And thankfully now with the online media space, we can do our own research, and there are alternative media channels now to the few mainstream that are running the world, right? There are alternative media channels. And in fact, out of the 7.8 billion people on the planet, we have 3.8 billion active social media users now. That means about half the world's population are now on social media. Active daily users on social media, right? Half the world's population. And what's happening now is journalists are looking to social media every single day for story ideas. Okay, so what you put out in your social media, you are creating media by what you put out in your social media. Okay, journalists are looking on there, and that's a great opportunity for you, right? This is a whole new world. You know, Facebook only started in 2004. That's not that long ago, right? That's only like 17 years ago. Facebook started, and then Twitter, and, you know, I mean, social media has just come from nowhere and gone exponential, hasn't it? It's just changed the way we communicate. And, you know, this is the thing, is that, you know, we've had more information now in the last 10 years than we've had in the previous 100 years, you know. So we are in these crazy times. And as much as there's a heap of information out there, people want clarity and they want direction around certain areas of expertise, which I'm sure Linda will talk about today, right? Because if you're going to create an online course, people want to know about your expertise and what has worked for you. Right? People can Google anything nowadays. They can Google a heap of information, but people want that support. They don't just want information, they want support, and they want support from people who have proven runs on the board, right? Who have confidence, who have certainty, who have had some success with what they do. And, you know, whether you realize it or not right now, there will be something that you can teach people, and you're probably teaching people all the time. You may not be monetizing it just yet. And so this is a great opportunity for you too. And the thing to get to is that you only need to know 10% more than someone else to be able to teach something. Only 10% more. Okay, you don't have to know everything about a topic. 10% more and you can teach something. Okay, so if you hear that conversations are coming up in your head saying, oh, who am I to teach that? Or so-and-so's better, or I'm not ready, or, you know, any of those conversations, that's just the fear factor coming in. That's just your hindbrain trying to keep you safe, right? So you just say, thanks for sharing, and park it, right? Thanks for sharing, and stay on your path, and you know, meditate and tap into intuition and all of those things as well. It's really important for any big decision that you are going to make in your life. And also get that it's a journey. It's a journey that we're on in life, in business. It is an amazing journey. It's important to enjoy the roller coaster of life, through all the ups, all the downs, all the rounds and rounds, all the going backwards. I've just had a flu for 2 weeks, right? I was in bed. There were days on end I was in bed, and I had a heap of work to do, right? Heap of work. And I was in bed because my body told me I needed to rest. Okay. So, you know, and you can hear my husky voice coming out now. Welcome, Michelle. You can hear the husky voice I've got now. It's been 2 weeks, and I've been doing my best to get better. And I'm inspired, and I'm, you know, back on this roller coaster and enjoying every bit of the ride. You know, the slow bits, the fast bits, all the bits in between. So that's a little bit about Mass Media Tribe events, and a bit about myself in the media and what I stand for. And I'd love to hear from you now. For everyone who's on the live Zoom, I would love to go around the Zoom room and have you introduce yourself and say your name, where you're from, what you do, and what you want to get out of tonight. Okay, so your name, where you're from, what you do, and what you want to get out of tonight, knowing that the topic is Catapult Your Business Online. And yes, it is an AA meeting as well. It is an AA meeting, yes. Not Alcoholics Anonymous, for those on Facebook. I'm talking about this before. It is my initials. You're at an AA meeting, Mass Media Tribe. So who wants to go first? Let's hear from you now on the live Zoom. Who would like to go first and introduce themselves? Just unmute yourself or put your hand up, or use our media legends speaking up. Good on you, Kevin. Excellent. Over to you, Kevin. Welcome.
Just to let you know, I have to leave early because my daughter rang up to change her. I was going to pick her up, but I got to leave early, but that's okay.
Okay.
Kevin Jensen. I'm from Jensen IP Analysis, so I'm a bit of a geek with communication bills and charges, I guess. That's my passion. I pull apart complex organisations' billing and charging and identify opportunities for them to make significant savings on past, present, and future charges. So I work with a number of organisations around the country. I've just done some work for a council and saved them a significant amount of money on their past charges. So that's sort of my my thing. And tonight I'm looking at more exposure, just opportunities to get exposure in the industry, that telecommunication, billing, and charging. There are certain things that people need to be aware of, and opportunities for companies, particularly, to save thousands of dollars just by reviewing what they're paying for and what they shouldn't be paying for. So that's sort of my message, I guess, for the media, for this thing. Yeah.
Fantastic, Kevin. Well, it's great that you could join us, and you were at the last Free Publicity Secrets workshop as well as a few other people here today.
Yeah.
And how did you find that, knowing that your journalist, your daughter is studying journalism, right? As well?
Yes. I found it really exciting, actually. It's really good. It's something I want to eventually, get the message out there that there are options and opportunities for people. And often people don't know where to go because it's very hard. Personally, people have issues around the telecommunication carriers with their own personal bills, but at corporate or business scale, it's even a bigger issue and often neglected or overlooked or hard to navigate around. So just getting some assistance and providing a positive opportunity there for companies and organisations.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, welcome, Kevin. So great you could join us, and thank you for letting us know you need to leave early. That's okay. We are streaming into the Mass Media Tribe group on Facebook, so you can go back and watch part of the recording, but you do need to be on the live Zoom to be able to share with us now, and also to be able to win prizes at the end. You'll need to be on the live Zoom. So great you could join us, Kevin. Thank you so much, and thanks for going first. Okay. Good on you with your intro.
No worries.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, so who'd like to go next? So just your name, where you're from, what you do, and what you want to get out of tonight. Leanne, over to you.
Hi, everyone. My name's Leanne Clune. I'm from Leanne Clune & Co. Following on from what Kevin was saying, I've spent the last 17 years helping people increase their cash flow by restructuring their debts with the lenders and banks. I've spent all that time, and it's unbelievable how much money that I save my clients. Most of the people that I see have their liabilities structured incorrectly, and that's especially the business owners. So it's they may be paying much higher interest than what they should be, and just have incorrect facilities for their needs, that sort of thing. So I've become an expert in that field, and recently also taken on another avenue to my business. I'm doing multi-author books, so focusing on female entrepreneurs at the moment. I am going to invite the guys next time because I'm getting a bit told off about that. So that's fine. I've taken that on board.
Excellent.
So at the moment I've got a book coming together. It's called Changemakers, Soulful Females on the Leading Edge of Business. So I've got the most amazing women coming in to write about their stories climbing up to the top of their fields, basically, and the real humanness behind their journeys. Because as people may not, like, a lot of people sort of look at them and go, oh, wow, they're so lucky, or, they've had this business for ages, they're just successful. But there's always these very heartfelt stories behind the business people, and that's what we're sharing in this book. Is very inspirational.
Yay.
And so tonight I just want to get some exposure and to meet some new people, to network. It'd be great.
Fantastic. Thank you, Leanne. And I'm going to be in the book, actually, the Changemakers book. And you are looking for a few more people, right? So if you'd like to get into a compilation book, and I know Linda's done a lot of books too, they are so incredibly powerful to get into a compilation book. Now, there's a few that I've got here. This is one recently, Undefeated. This one I've got a chapter in. This is done with Speakers Tribe India, with people from Singapore and all over Australia. This one, Visions of Success, I've got a chapter in that one. This one here with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Think Big, Celebrity Branding. This one here, Elevate Your Mindset. This is just some, I'm in about 10 of them. Elevate Your Mindset.
She's got a big pile there.
This one here, Empowering Stories from Female Leaders Who Said Why Not as well. So they're just 5 of the 10 or so books that I've had chapters in, and it's exponential networking. You know, you want to get your message to the masses. This is such a great opportunity to be able to get your message out to people who would not normally see it, because all 15 or 20 authors or whatever, all promoting it to their networks. And what I love about the chapter books is all the chapters have fantastic content. You can go to any chapter, people put their best stuff in that chapter, right? So it's the kind of thing you just pick up and just read, you know, one chapter and get inspiration, and you know, each night, or, you know, whenever you feel like you want some inspiration. So it's very, very powerful. A lot of people,
that you need to know how to write, because when I started writing, I was considered not a writer.
So true.
Yeah, my sister has a background probably in education, like old one, who's just incredible at writing, and she can just pull together stuff really quickly. But I didn't, and I was always considered not that good at writing. But I started writing. And I wrote 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 until I got good, until I got heard. But then video came and audio came, and now podcasts came, and now I'm on my game. So you never know which way it comes from, ever. And I know this from like dealing with little athletes as they get bigger and bigger. Like, they were just terrible at coordination when they were 10, 15, even 18. And then we get this little athlete at 20. It's like, what happened? Well, he just came together, or, you know, it just came together. We just kept on working on it. He got big enough. I don't know what happened. The hormones came. We don't know what happens. So don't stop writing, because I was never good. I was never considered good. And now I get paid to write. And my sister thinks it's crazy, because she's, you know, she knows that I don't even know what a noun is or a verb or anything. And that's it's a good point. And people may stop themselves and think they're not good writers. And, you know, a lot of people putting books together now, and they're just doing audios. They're just speaking into audio, getting it transcribed. You know, a lot of people doing books that way. I must say, as a journalist for years, yes, you know, obviously I was pumping out 10,000 words a week, you know, as a journalist at the Sun newspapers, you know, 30 stories a week. It was like a word factory, you know. So I guess, you know, repetition and lots of practice. I am able to whip out content very quickly. And I like to actually type. I don't like to, as much as I like to speak, when I'm putting a book together or a chapter, I like to be able to look at it and, you know, shuffle things around. Whereas some people just speak, you know, do audio and get it transcribed. So I need to write with a pen and paper. And I'm sure old one understand that.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm old school.
Yes.
And it becomes audio and video. Then it goes back to actual written. So it comes around again. But you just keep going, because there's no new messages actually. So, you know, you've got to just keep on working with what you've got. There's mostly the same messages. So you've got 3 to 5 main messages. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Sorry.
Yes. We're going to hear a lot more about all of this when Linda does her bit. Thank you, Linda. And that's awesome, Leanne. And you were at the Free Publicity Secrets workshop too. So what did you think of it, Leanne?
I thought it was brilliant. I got so much out of it, and I just knew that I had to jump on board. I was like just jumping out of my skin, ready to go. So super excited.
Awesome. I'm super excited to have you in our Mass Media Mastery program too, as Michelle has joined us as well, which is awesome. We had an amazing day together yesterday. We'll come to Michelle shortly. Wonderful. Well, welcome, Leanne. Welcome, Kevin. And who's going to go next with their intros? So Who would like to go next? And of course, if you want to be in the Changemaker book, great opportunity. You've got Leanne right here in the room. Now, Leanne, is there a link you can put for people, anyone who wants to be interested, maybe in the chat for that?
Yep, I'll put in a link. Yeah,
and
sure,
also
no
on
worries.
Facebook, where the live stream is happening on Facebook, if you can pop into the chat.
Okay, sure. Yep.
Pop into both of those. Then anyone who's interested in joining the Changemaker book and joining myself and some other amazing people. I saw Marley Yolanda just joined in as well. She's another very switched on lady. So yeah, you've got some amazing people already in there with huge networks, all going to be promoting like crazy, right?
It's got amazing energy to it.
Yes, very exciting. And I love the cover design too, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, check Leanne out on social media. You'll see what she's up to. Fantastic, Leanne. Excellent. Okay, so who'd like to go next? Kay, I can see you're unmuted. Okay,
yeah, I'm unmuted. Yeah, okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, look, I'm Kay Flacehower and I'm based in Townsville, way up north in the hot weather. I've got a business called Enlightened Healing, and I guess that was my name. I do a few modalities, but for me, I'm certainly looking to get out there online and get that confidence to get out there into the space of posting, and it's all a new thing for me. But I am a mind-body therapist, so it's all about. I'm a psychosomatic qualified therapist, and this is all about, I feel it's somewhere that we really need at the moment, you know, with what's been going on in the world. And it's, you know, we live such busy lives. And I know for me, my body's has been in a lot of pain. And certainly for us, like just as you were saying before, it's about listening to our bodies. So for me, I see it as a real opportunity to get out there to help especially the women who we tend to take on a lot of burdens when we raise our families and our busy lives that we have, and to actually reach their potential so that we can actually live our dreams, which I think sometimes when we get so busy with our lives, we forget about what's important for us. So that's, I guess, where I want to go is to help people out there and support them. And where I actually start is with face readings, because it's an easy way to. It's amazing what's in the face. We have a body, we have our personality, all our gifts and our challenges are held in our face, and it's a real way of helping people to get an awareness of themselves and to get on that journey as to what they might want to do next when they're. And businesses can use it as well, because it really helps with communication with yourself and also your relationship with others, that what sort of what the characteristics that the person holds and their personality in their face. So it's all written all over your face.
Oh, gosh. And now we're all thinking, what is my face saying? Now we all want to read Linda.
I know with Linda, she's a great visionary and a very creative lady. So I'm really looking forward to hearing her story tonight.
She got me early. So she got me early. She got me before I was aware I was being read. So, yeah.
A humanitarian. So, yeah. She loves looking after people.
Yes. Yes, she does. Yeah,
Aldwin is similar, if I'm to be frank. Well, that's what I see, but I don't know what Kay knows.
Yeah, what's in the face?
That's it. I don't know what Kay knows, but yeah, I can feel that too. So, what we want. Yeah, for many, we want what we want for ourselves. We want for many, and I don't think you can separate that when you're at that level. Kay really gets that. I've got a couple of people.
I just want to be able to support people to follow their dreams and to live their life to their full potential. Yeah.
Fantastic, Kay. That's brilliant. And what do you want to get out of tonight?
Oh, look, any tips for getting online and give me that confidence to get out there. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, yes, welcome. And make that money.
Yeah, brilliant. Welcome from Townsville. I love it up there. I lived in Mackay for a while. I worked as a journalist at the Daily Mercury, which isn't too far from Townsville. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world up there. The Strand is gorgeous. Very, very nice.
It's beautiful.
So, welcome. And is this your first time here, Kay, at the Mass Media Tribe event?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It is. And who else's first time? Who's our virgins? Virgins, like a virgin. Don't ask me to sing. No, well, you didn't ask me to sing, but I just, it just came out as it does. We're a few versions.
Yeah, I got dressed up for the occasion.
Welcome to our version. Welcome to our newbies. You're being christened tonight in the Mass Media Tribe group. Fantastic. And who's been here before? Kevin and Linda. Okay. All right. Wow. Fantastic. Well, welcome. And welcome to watching this on Facebook if it's the first time for you as well. You can still join us on the Zoom. I'm going to put the link in there, or you'll see the banners, Catapult Your Business Online. We've kept the registrations open for Zoom up until 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So another hour and 15 minutes or so, you can come and join us on the live Zoom for a chance to win prizes at the end, and also to come into our little private chat in the green room here on the Zoom, the green room in the Zoom room. So you can come and join us there and come and do an intro, of course, as well, if you're quick. Fantastic, Kate. Welcome. All right, who'd like to go next and do an intro? Maria, over to you.
Hi, my name's Maria McGrath, founder of Restore Balance and Harmony, and I am a mindset and emotional healing transformational specialist who works specifically with women because we have a completely different mind, completely different programming, different body, everything's different to the male. So we need tools and processes that work specifically for us. So I work with Creatrix, which is a method that helps women to really tap into their own wisdom, their own deep subconscious, their soul wisdom, whatever you want to call it. And basically it helps women to delete all the glitches and viruses, all the negative beliefs and emotions that we've had programmed throughout our lifetime, and to release them and gain our own inner wisdom, gain a higher emotional intelligence to be able to live a fuller, better life.
Fantastic, Maria. And you're coming to us from New South Wales. Where exactly are you?
Just west of the Blue Mountains.
Oh, beautiful.
Oberon, it's called. Yeah.
What's it called?
Oberon.
It sounds like something out of space. Sounds like a planet somewhere.
King of the Fairies or something, isn't it?
Oberon. Well, welcome all the way from Oberon near the Blue Mountains.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Maria. Thank you for joining us. And what would you like to get out of tonight, Maria?
Definitely some, what do you call it? The traction, get into marketing, get seen, get out there and spread the word that, we can heal all that emotional baggage quickly and painlessly and get on with living life and easier than what we're doing at the moment, especially with all the current issues, the stresses and the worry and everything that's going on at the moment too, with COVID and with everything else. We've also, I know you were talking about the suicides in your lifetime. We've had 3 in our small 4,000 town in the last 12 months. So it's a big thing. Stress and worry and anxiety, depression, they're all major things. And I think we really need to step up and own whatever it is that's going on emotionally so that we can ask for help and get it, because, the ones who are the worst, and I know that was me 10 years ago, I never asked for help. I was searching for something, but I never asked anyone else for help. I never put my hand up. I never spoke to anyone. And I think the people who take their lives, they don't ask for help either. Even though they know that it's there, they know that they could go reach, they just don't. But if everyone's educated in that, then we can see the signs and we can reach in instead of them reaching out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And, having had depression myself and being in some of those dark places, it only takes one crazy moment of madness to say, I'll just end it all. The pain is so bad that I will just end it just like that, right? And it's that split-second decision, that can do that. And I actually did an interview with an amazing lady called Tracy Corman, who runs Two's Company. She's a very dear friend of mine. We actually have a comedy duo called the Fiddly Gigglers, and we started the Gold Coast Business Laughter Club together, believe it or not, and that was to help decrease depression and anxiety amongst business people, because a lot of people suffer in business with that, and they don't show it, right? Because and particularly guys, they like to be seen that they've got it all together and all that kind of thing. So it's a really big issue with guys, particularly in their early 40s. But we did a great interview called How to Overcome Abuse and Depression, right? And we talked about our own personal stories and our journeys with depression, how we've overcome it. And, simple things like getting into gratitude, or, doing things you love. Like for me, a big part of my healing was going to the beach. That's one of the things I really love to do. And so, I would find myself that if I was at home a lot, or I hadn't gone out and done something I'd really enjoyed, like the beach, or like yoga now and meditation, I've learned to really enjoy those things as well. Doing things that you love. Getting creative is a really great thing to do if you have depression. Get creative, do some artwork or poetry, or create some food. There's lots you can do, lots of simple things, and we cover it in this 1 hour interview, which is on Media Queen TV on YouTube. I'll pop the link into the chat. Actually, for anyone who has depression or is feeling alone, it's great to watch this interview, because here's 2 people who talk about our own battles with depression. And actually Tracy shared for the first time, I'd known her 15 years, and in that interview she shared for the first time that when she was suicidal, that she picked up the phone and she called me, as she was like looking at who can she call when she was suicidal. And she'd never shared, I didn't realize she was suicidal when she called me on those occasions. It was twice that she called me, and she shared in this interview. And such is the power too of doing online interviews too. It's amazing. It can really draw out a truth that sometimes that you might not have thought to share otherwise. It's amazing. It's almost like a truth serum when you really allow your truth to shine, and you relax into an interview, into a great podcast or online interview. It's amazing what can come out. So it's a really very moving 1 hour interview that I do recommend. If anyone watching this has depression or knows someone with depression or who's potentially suicidal, then please watch that. And I also recommend, reach out to groups like Beyond Blue is a great organisation as well for depression, and Are You OK Day is another great initiative as well. So there are, lots of support groups out there and people that can help you. And it is important to get that you're not alone, because in fact about 1 in 5 people in Australia have depression. That's diagnosed, right? 1 in 5. So actually, it's probably more like a quarter of Australia's population alone has depression. So it's a very, very common thing. Where people go into these dark places at times. And the more you can come out of that and come into gratitude, because even through COVID, I keep saying that things can always be worse. Things can always be worse, right? We might think COVID's bad. Now, what about people who went through the world wars, right? What about, my great-grandparents got hung by Stalin's men because they were kulaks in Ukraine. They just got killed because they were kulaks, because there was a certain class of people in the Ukraine when they were turning communist. Right? I mean, what about, there's so many incidents over time, over history, where there's been shocking atrocities. What about the hangings, the crucible hangings, and, all of that kind of stuff that happened? Really, if you think about all these crazy times in history, we ain't got it so bad right now, right? Okay, there's,
we've got what we've got.
Well, we've got what we've got.
Well,
yeah.
We've got what we've got, and we've got what we've been fed. So we need to work from that and then move forward, which I'm very good at.
But the problem is we've also got all the emotion that we've inherited from all of those events in the past.
Yes.
That's where the depression comes from. That's why it's so bad.
Yes.
And understanding that a lot of it's not yours is a way to help as well.
Of course, of course. So here's the thing. Are we ready to move forward tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Let's. Do you want to introduce me, or do you want me to?
On that point, we haven't heard from Michelle yet. So we'll move on, because I know we can get on tangents here.
Michelle or Melissa?
Michelle we haven't heard from. And Melissa's just joined us as well. Melissa will hear from Melissa if she'd like to share. Let's move on. But just on that point very quickly, it's scientifically proven we have the DNA of 7 generations in our blood, right, in our DNA, 7 generations. So we are carrying all sorts of things. 9 generations. 14. Okay, so there's a new stat. Okay, well, it's a lot anyway. We have a lot of DNA we're carrying around. So
it's a little bit responsibility. Let's not talk about all of those tonight. Okay, everybody?
Working on that.
I'm a sociologist. we can go on that on another day.
Yeah, that's a
14
whole...
generations might not actually, I know, might not be able to do the whole 50 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I've got some technology, like I've got some stuff on this, right?
Okay, so this could be a whole other meetup. We could do a whole meetup just on this topic.
Well, they're doing a women's summit. Apparently, Scott Morrison's been called to do a women's summit. So,
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
let's go.
Okay, bring it on. Bring it on.
They don't want to hear from me.
No.
I'll tell you right now. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so let's move on. Thank you for
nice
your
to
welcome.
meet you,
Welcome,
Michelle, Melissa.
Welcome, Michelle. Would you like to share now? Just unmute yourself. So, what we're sharing, just your name, where you're from, what you do, and what you want to get out of tonight.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Beautiful ladies, and sorry I was late, but in a nutshell, my name is Michelle Lee. I am part of the Dream Architects with my beautiful partner, Mark O'Toole, and together we make dreams come true for empty nesters. So if you're an empty nester, you matter. And the reason we are helping empty nesters is because we are empty nesters ourselves, and we have gone through that interim phase where we've felt emotionally pulled in all different directions, gone through the ups and downs of not only missing our kids and not feeling like we're worthy, not feeling like we have anyone to look after, kind of losing ourselves in what identity we have been in. And there's so many other emotions that other parents are feeling lost, feeling like they don't matter. So we are helping empty nesters through that. And I love how everyone here is helping people through their mental health, through their bodies. We do the same with helping them change relationships with food, with their body, with relationships as well, their relationship with themselves first. And also we have expeditions as well. And our motto or our pillars are that having a strong ECG life pulse will give you a fulfilling life. So the ECG kind of relates back to the heart, that ECG. If you have a strong heart pulse, then you're healthy. If you have a strong ECG life pulse, meaning experience, contribution, and growth in your life every day, then you cannot help but feel fulfilled when you go to bed at night. So that's me. I live in Tamborine Mountain on the Gold Coast. Was very blessed to have Aldrin with us yesterday, just about all day. I was exhausted actually talking. Well, she was talking mostly, but I was exhausted. But we had an amazing session. So glad to be part of your tribe and to be learning so many things from you, including pushing my chin out and hooking it over. And just quickly, what I'd like to learn from this is anything really to help us with our online presence and to get our message out there for people like when you're talking, Aldrin, about, was it Tracy who reached out to you on the phone? If more people resonate with us, not everyone will resonate with one person, but they'll resonate with each of our messages in different ways because we've all had different lives. And if we're not out there online or offline, then people don't know we exist, so they have no one to reach out to. So it's extremely powerful. So I'm very blessed to be here today. Thank you.
Yes, fantastic, Michelle. Amazing. Michelle and Mark are just phenomenal people. The Dream Architects, making dreams come true for empty nesters. Who's an empty nester here? Any empty nesters? Empty nesters, yes, a few empty nesters. Okay, excellent. So reach out to Michelle if you're an empty nester, because empty nesters give to others their whole lives. It's time for you now because you matter, right? So, very, very cool what you're doing there, Michelle. So excited for you and Mark and what's coming up for you guys. Really brilliant. Well, welcome. And Melissa, welcome, Melissa. I don't know if you can hear us or if you want to show your
it's
face.
me now, probably. So I just sent you a little message. So I'm happy to start now if you like.
I've got a segment to do on getting free publicity. How long is your segment,
go for it.
Linda?
Yeah,
how long are you wanting to speak for?
No, I'm happy. 30 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we've got till 8 o'clock. We've got another hour, so we're still
good. No problem. Yeah,
we've got an hour. Yep.
On to you now.
Okay. So what about Melissa? There's a Melissa that's joined us.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's on to you now.
Has Melissa put something in the chat? Has she? No.
Yeah, no, I have. So it's on to you.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, Melissa. Anyway, if you can hear us, welcome. And if you want to put in the chat there a little bit about yourself, then you're welcome to do that. I am going to share my screen now and do a little segment on how to get free publicity. Those who don't know, I'll give you a little taste test. Oh, okay. I just saw your chat, Linda. Okay. I saw it on Facebook. We've got chats going everywhere. Okay, got it. All right. All good. Okay. All right, so sharing the screen, we'll just get that up here. Here we are. All right, and there, and share screen. Okay, now can everyone see that? Can you all see that? Yes, you can see that? Okay, beautiful. All right. Okay, so I'm going to present a short segment now on how to gain free publicity. And then we're going to be hearing from the amazing Linda Morrison from Melbourne, all about how to catapult your business online very shortly. Okay, so how to gain free publicity. Now, I am known as the media queen, and that is because I've done a hell of a lot in the media over 30 years. And the media queen branding is about celebrating your uniqueness, having fun with what you do, and giving yourself permission. Okay, you don't have to be born into royalty to step up in the media. Although the royal family do get billions of dollars worth of free PR every year, you do not have to be born into royalty to get free publicity. Okay, so that's what the Media Queen brand is about. Now, you may be thinking about yourself and branding for yourself. If you want to stand out online, I do recommend that you look at a strong brand for yourself that summarizes what you do in 2 to 3 words, and perhaps look at a caricature like this to also help you stand out. One of my favorite shows years ago was I Dream of Jeannie. Anyone remember I Dream of Jeannie and the amazing cartoon at the beginning of that? It really, dun, 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 dun. Right? I remember it stands out. It's memorable, right? So yeah, to stand out now online, you know, you need to be different, and you need to be very clear with your message. So this is the journey that people come on when they come to work with me in my media business. This is the journey. Now, usually people who come to me, they feel like they're the world's best kept secret. And they're at this spot here. This is my rocket ship model of the journey that people go on. They feel like they're the world's best kept secret. And, you know, 80% of anything you do, 80% of anything you do is marketing. Okay, so you could have the best product or service in the world, but if people don't know about it, then how can they come and work with you? So what happens then is people realize that they're the world's best kept secret, and they think, right, it's time to make a start, and it's time to actually get out there and start to do something. And so 50% of anything you do is just starting. Okay, so they go, right, time to get out and start. And they might come to an event like this, or come along to the Free Publicity Secrets workshop, or just learn a little bit more about how to get publicity and how to get their message out. And then they start to get some runs on the board. They might get some local media exposure, get some radio, get some local print media, and start to share their message, or maybe get on some podcasts and get interviewed. And then the confidence builds, and then they shoot for the stars, right? They shoot for some big media. Might get on some national TV or some major podcasts or online shows that have got millions of followers. They shoot for the stars. Media feed off media too. You'll find once you start to get some media, that other media will feed off that, and often you'll get invited back by journalists. As you build your relationships with journalists, journalists will invite you back once they know that you're an expert in an area, and when they want an expert in that field, they will come back to you, which is very exciting. So you know, putting in a bit of work in the beginning to get out and get known, things will become easier as you go on this journey. And then next thing you know, you are a star. There you go. So that's the rocket ship journey, going from secret to star. Now, there's certain keys to success that you need to be successful with your marketing, with your media messaging. And in fact, with everything you do, it's very important to have passion, right? To be passionate about what you do. And that passion will shine through in your business, in your life, and in your media interviews. Okay, the more passionate you are, and the more you come across animated and excited about what it is you're talking about, the more airtime you will get. Okay, particularly with radio and TV. Okay, they want grabs, they want succinct, bite-sized chunks of information, and they want you to be clear with your message and be passionate about it. Have that passion with what you do. What is your purpose? Why are you here on the planet? What is your purpose? You know, the biggest regret of the dying, number one regret of people who die, is not living a life true to themselves. So what is your purpose? What are you here for? And then aligning your passion and your purpose when you go out to the media with your campaign. Then you look at packaging it up, right? And when you package up to the media, what you need is a press release, you need some good visuals, and you need to pitch effectively to the media. Now you've got 45 seconds to get a journalist's attention. They are incredibly busy people. They do talk very fast, like I do sometimes. They talk fast because they're on deadline, they're under a lot of pressure, and the easier you can make their job for them, the more they're going to love you for it, okay? The more they will love you for it. And so that's why I recommend always do a press release. You can get publicity without a press release. However, you increase the chances of the journalist getting the facts wrong, and you're making their job harder for them. So make their job easier. They'll love you for it, and they'll want to keep coming back to you. So having a good newsworthy angle, a one-page press release straight to the point of what you do is really, really important. And then having some good visuals that go with your press release, something that represents what you're talking about in your press release is really important. Good visuals. And radio want visuals too now, because they're sharing on social media and they're sharing on their website. So any media you go to now, it's about the words and the pictures, okay? So you need to think words and pictures with all your marketing, all your online marketing. People want visuals. I mean, look at Instagram, it's all visuals, right? All based on visuals. So it's a very visual world, and with people's very short attention spans, you know, it's even more important to be visual with what you do and to be creative and out there. You know, the more out there you are and the more entertaining you are with what you do as well, because the media don't just want to educate, they want to entertain as well. So the more you can be like that, the more airtime and the more publicity you'll get as well. And then profile. Now, what will happen when you approach a journalist or when anyone looks to do a story on you, they will generally Google you, okay? Are you Googleicious? They will Google you. What are they going to find when they Google you? What is your profile saying about you? Is there consistent messaging right across the board, or is it a bit all over the place, right? Is it confusing? So your profile, okay? Look at your profile and get that in line as much as possible. Now everything is done on relationships in life, okay? You could be one contact away from, you know, adding another few figures to your business if money is important to you, or from something exponential happening, you know, in your contribution in society or whatever impact you want to make in the world. You know, it could just be one contact that could take things to a whole other level for you. So never underestimate the value of connections. And, you know, this is an intimate group here we have on the live Zoom. Out of all of our connections, we're reaching, you know, thousands of people. I've got 70,000 people just on social media, okay? And I know there's hundreds of thousands just in this group alone, right? Yet alone everyone is watching on Facebook and all of your connections. So huge potential. Process. There's a process to getting publicity as well that is important to follow. And I'll outline that shortly. And then propel. Once you get your publicity, then how do you make the most of that and really get that out to the masses and really share that far and wide and use that publicity again and again and again in your marketing? Now, if you appear on TV once, you can say forever as seen on TV. Okay, any media you've appeared in, you can use those logos in your marketing. So really leveraging that media is important. Now, this is my awesome media magic formula, and I do have a magic wand here. It's in the shape of a magic wand. Here it is. And this is awesome. It's my acronym awesome. And yeah, Michelle's got her one too. So in the shape of a wand, which shows that anything is possible for you in your life, okay? And the A for awesome stands for articulating your story. So before you start your media campaign, it's very important to know what it is you want to promote. What products, service, message, what is it that you want to promote? And then look at whatever it is you want to promote. What is the story behind whatever it is you want to promote? What is your personal story? What are some of your highs and lows that have helped shape who you are or why you're in business now? So what is your story? And your X factor is your story. Okay, no one else has your story. Media love stories. Okay, if they haven't heard your story yet, then they're waiting to hear from you right now. Okay, massive opportunity. We love stories from the beginning of time, and the media is no different. Okay, the W is work angles. Okay, so once you have your story, you know what you want to promote, then it's about looking at working different media angles. Now, we see at certain times of the year, the media have different angles around Easter, around Mother's Day is coming up, around International Women's Day, around Father's Day, around Are You OK Day, around, you know, I created Animal Action Day, you know, and I do Animal Action Day events every year to help raise awareness, appreciation, and respect for animals. And I always tie it in with World Animal Week. which is from the 4th to the 10th of October, okay? So we call that piggyback media. And there's, you know, there's health days, there's small business weeks, there's all sorts of things that you can tag your media onto. My cat's meowing in the background. Elevate your profile. The E is elevate your profile. I'm not being cruel to my cat. I think he's supporting the animal action work I do. Anyway, E is for elevate your profile. Okay, so then that is then packaging up your angle. Once you've got the angle, is with the press release, the visuals, and the pitch. Okay, elevate your profile. The next thing you do, once you've got your press release, your photos or your visual ideas ready to go, next thing is to startle the media and get the media's attention by being outrageous and doing a publicity stunt. You could do that, like my friend Paul Herman, a property investor. He arrested the ANZ Bank for fraud when he was taking on the banks for fraud. You know, that was a publicity stunt that he pulled, which got him a lot of media coverage, including on A Current Affair. And it didn't get him arrested, thankfully. So, you know, he was brazen. So what can you do that's out there that's courageous? Now, the next thing is owning your power. The O for the awesome steps is owning your power. And this is really, really crucial before you go into your media interviews to actually get that you do have a great message to share and overcoming any fear that might come up for you around getting interviewed. And the more you're in your truth and you speak from the heart and you're on purpose, and you're passionate about what you do, then the more you'll be able to own your power. And then obviously, you know, working on yourself, personal development's really important. We've touched on that tonight, you know, working on the DNA issues of the past and all of those things, right? That's very important. Personal development's crucial as well. I've done a hell of a lot myself and I will continue to do it because we never learn less, right? It's like the layers of the onion. You know, you get to one layer and then there's another layer, right? So, and enjoying the journey through all that as well, not being too hard on yourself. Okay, once you own your power, you will then be able to master interviews. And there's certain things to do before, during, and after interviews to really maximize your interviews. So the M of the awesome steps is mastering interviews. And with most interviews, have 3 points front of mind that you want to cover in your interview. And there's many ways you can sort of answer questions with what you want to say rather than the way a journalist might be leading things, right? So there's ways you can kind of turn interviews around to actually really get your message across. So the clearer you are on the key messages you want to get across, then the better you'll be in your interviews. And then E is exploding the impact, making the most of that coverage once you get it, promoting in social media, promoting it to your database, you know, joint venturing, using it in marketing, all that sort of thing. So that's in the explode impact. So there's the awesome steps. That's the formula for getting free publicity. Now, once you do that, there will be certain benefits for you. You will have fame, you will have fortune, you will have freedom, and you will be able to leave a legacy. Now, you might not want to have fame like Hugh Jackman or Russell Crowe, people I've interviewed. You might not want to be famous like them. And they're just people like you and I who are passionate about what they've done and they've just gone on and followed their path and their purpose, right? You might want to be just famous in your industry, right? And if you're famous in your industry, you'll be able to charge more for what you do. You'll be sought after by media, and you'll also be able to build a fortune because you'll be able to charge more once you have that influence and that profile and that credibility of third-party publicity and media, third-party credibility. And that'll give you more freedom. And every time you get a media spot, you're leaving a legacy every single time. So it's very, very powerful and it's highly underutilized. And so this is why now I do free publicity secrets, free workshops online. And if you go to freeprSecrets.com, a 4-hour workshop, my next one is coming up on April 21 on Wednesday, April 21. And if you've attended before, I never quite know what's going to come out of my mouth, even though I do have a lot of slides I go through. We never quite know how the flow is going to go or who's going to turn up or what sort of networking is going to happen. So you're more than welcome to come back again if you have attended before. Or if you haven't attended, here's your chance, April 21, 9 to 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Just go to freeprSecrets.com and you can join us for free and you'll get a heap of content that I'll be sharing from my life as a journalist, as a photojournalist actually, and having worked in TV, radio and print over the years. Now, details are in the Mass Media Tribe group on Facebook and Meetup, so I invite you to join us there, April 21 for the next one. There it is again, freeprSecrets.com. Those who'd like to join the next one, April 21. And I do have a Mass Media Mastery program as well, and you can check that out on my website on aaexpose.com. Go to services and then the Mass Media Mastery program. You can check that out there. And we have people who've joined that program now over the years from Holland, the UK, America. In fact, Sheila Mack joined this program last year and she had over 50 media spots in a month. She went just crazy. And she's now got a show on CNBC. She reaches over 2 million people now with her show. Absolutely extraordinary lady from America. Who has gone gangbusters with this. So, you know, what you put in is what you're going to get out to, right, with all programs. So, you know, it's important to lean in. If you're purchasing programs, any programs out there, you want to be leaning in and making the most of those programs. And then we have the Global Good News Challenge too. This is another free thing that you can participate in. Absolutely free. It's just a Facebook Live challenge. We have different challenges every month that you can join in. So for April, it's a 4-day challenge. And we started on the 5th of April and it ends today. And you can actually start your 4-day challenge anytime up until midnight today. Okay, so you've got midnight till midnight tonight, wherever you are in the world, 8th of April, where you can start a Global Good News Challenge. And all it is just doing a Facebook Live where you share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. And you can do it on your profile. We can do it in the Loving Life group on Facebook, and all those details, you probably didn't get all that. So all those details are on Facebook in the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page, pinned to the top of the page, all details on how to participate, absolutely free. And you will feel amazing when you share gratitude. And Michelle, I saw your Good News Challenge too. Well done. And I'd love to hear from you, Michelle, actually, if you, so how did it feel sharing gratitude on a video for you?
It felt like I was sharing my joy, and hopefully someone else could smile with me and feel my heart vibrations, I guess. I mean, I do gratitude practice every day, twice a day, do it with Mark. When I'm feeling down, he says to me, when I'm feeling down, he says to me, what are you grateful for, darling? So it's a practice that I've learned to feel deep inside, but just you asking that question, I think it's more about expressing my joy. And hopefully, Leanne did. Leanne expressed her joy about school holidays twice.
Yes.
And I just, you know, I smiled, even though I don't have kids at home. Just remembered those times and remembered how school holidays were, the times to rest and sleep in.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's very, very powerful sharing gratitude. Leanne, would you like to share quickly what it was like for you sharing gratitude on a Facebook Live?
Yeah, it is really powerful, and it makes you think about it and focus on what you're grateful for, which is, you know, it's so good. And there's so many things, like as I was going through and saying, oh, you know, there's this, there's that, and I'm like, and just my life. I'm so grateful to be here, you know, having an awesome time.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being Good News Crusaders. My goal is to have 1,000 people around the world do the Global Good News Challenge by the 8th of the 8th this year. Okay, so and that's the Good News Day. I set up a Good News Day on the 8th of the 8th, 18. We've got our 4th annual Good News Day coming up, 8th of the 8th, 18. So by the 8th of the 8th this year, I would like 1,000 people to do this. If you do a challenge, make sure you hashtag Global Good News Challenge, and we will share your challenge into our Facebook page and into the private group. We have a private Global Good News Challenge group, and anyone at the moment who's doing a Global Good News Challenge, we're bringing you into the group for free. Okay, so you get extra support and join with other Good News Crusaders in that challenge. So once you finish your 4-day challenge, let us know. We'll add you to the group, okay, or we'll see your challenges if you're hashtagging Global Good News Challenge, and we'll add you to our private group as well. And then you can join the Good News Crusaders, lifting the energy on the planet with good news and gratitude. And you do feel amazing, and it's amazing. People have even got business out of it too. Christiane V, a few of us know here, she did a few challenges, and she said, you know, people coming to her wanting to work with her after seeing these challenges. So, you know, it's a great marketing exercise as well, as it so happens. All right, this is our next Mass Media Tribe meetup. Date for the diary, May 6th is our next one. And we have Donna Marie Willett-Flockhart who's going to be speaking. And some of you, I'm sure, love this topic here, because it's about access super consciousness for media success. Access super consciousness for media success. I think this will be a really interesting one with Donna Marie Willett-Flockhart. So date for the diary, May 6th, and you'll be able to register on that one, free event again on Facebook and Meetup on the Mass Media Tribe groups, okay, and in Eventbrite as well. I do recommend follow Aldwin Alternate in Eventbrite. Follow me there so you get all our event updates as well. The world is your oyster. Anything is possible for you, as we have seen with Magic Media Wand. Anything is possible for you. And this is my last slide before we have the beautiful Linda Morrison coming to join us. Shine bright. This is something we can all do. Shine bright. Allow yourself to shine bright because you are already a star, right? Some of us have just forgotten. Shine bright. I believe in the power of one, and I believe in you. May your flame burn bright and light up all those around you. So that's my final thought I'll leave you with there. And now we'll go over to Linda Morrison very shortly. Just before we do, anyone like to share what they got out of that, just some things they learned from that presentation or anything they're going to take on now in their media journey from seeing me present today? Anyone like to share or just pop in the chat? What did you get out of that? What did you get out of that? Just unmute yourself. Did you hear anything? Yes, Leanne?
I think, because I was on the 4-hour Zoom, there was so much information. It was amazing. Yes. And then hearing key points again, and it's starting to sink in, and I'm starting to see it all come together, like what you're teaching, which is amazing. Yes, brilliant. Yeah, it's amazing. You can hear something many times and you just don't pick it all up the first time. So that's why it's good to to go back over the information. And you'll be at a different space you are now than you were a few weeks ago as well. Yeah. And so brilliant, Leanne, fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Anyone else want to share what they got out of that or what they're going to take on moving forward with media, or just anything that stood out for you? Just unmute yourself. Unmute yourself who would like to share. Here's your chance before we go over to Linda. My cat's meowing. You know why he's stuck behind the door. I have to open the door for him, which I'll do in just a sec. We'll get Linda on in a minute. All right. Okay. All right. Well, whatever it is you got out of it, just pop in the chat what you got out of that presentation. And now we will go over to Linda Morrison from Melbourne. Hi, Linda is an amazing lady. She's a business coach for coaches and a #1 international best-selling author. She's a leading body and business transformation coach for women over 40 as well. She's an international renowned speaker and creator of the Ageless Body Formula, a 6-step system that helps women who are struggling with a lack of time, little energy, and weight gain to finally get a healthy, youthful body they desire. Her successful client stories and business have been featured on Huffington Post, Forbes, Fox News, ABC, CBS, and the Los Angeles Times. She was cited as one of Forbes' top 21 female entrepreneurs to look out for in 2018. A published author of over 10 books, programs, owner of Ageless Body, and online business coach for female entrepreneurs. Her last book was another multi-author publication of inspiring women celebrating International Women's Day on March 8, 2020. And when she's not helping women around the world transform their bodies and online business, Linda hangs with her 2 children, cooking yummy food and working out at the beach or her home gym. And tonight she's talking about Catapult Your Business Online. Welcome, Linda, over to you. Yay. The Morrison.
Thanks, everybody. When my kids let me hang out with them. So might want to add that, when they let me hang out with them, because they're, they've got their own friends now. So we all know that about empty nesting. It's what happens. Here's the thing. Aldwin's incredible. She can teach you how to catapult whatever. But what I do is get you really, really, really super clear on what you're wanting to put forward, the clarity around that, and what you're also wanting to create for you. So there's 2 areas to that. So clarity is really, really, really important. So do you have clarity in what you want to achieve in your businesses, and also clarity in what you want to earn? And most women do not. They just don't. Even if I was to sit myself down this week, I'm not really sure. I know how I want to help. I know what I want to put forward. I know how I want to expand people, but I don't actually know how I want to have clarity around what I want to earn. And and what I'm going to give for that value in the marketplace. You guys are all valuable, right? We all know that you're valuable. So every week with my clients, we sit down, we go, right, so what are you selling? And what have you got that you're putting forward to the marketplace? Doesn't mean you're not valuable, but what are you putting forward to the marketplace that's actually going to help them get what they are wanting and that they understand, right? So when Aldwin says, go to the marketplace or go to the media, how simple is it? If they don't get it in 5 seconds, they don't get it, right? So it's really important. I might get it. Aldwin hopefully will get it. She's read a few things. So she'll get it. I'll get it. But actually, does your marketplace get it? And can you package it up in something that they will actually understand? That's what's really, really important online. You want to do it really quick and really fast. So when I went to the marketplace, I didn't have any understanding of technology. So I just went, right, what do women over 40 need? They want to lose some weight. They've found themselves overweight. Why? Because they're looking after everybody, the cat, the kids, the families, whoever. They've found themselves overweight. So, all right, let's lose weight. Lose weight over 40, Ageless Body Formula. Boom, done. So what do women do in your programs? Well, they lose weight. What else do they do? Other stuff, of course. They learn how to eat. They learn how to eat for life. They get all the, everything that they actually need, the mindset, everything that they actually need, the mindset that they need to actually have a healthy life. But actually what they get in terms of what they understand is they lose weight. Right? So to the media, that's like, what are you? How can we help? How does the media help you get your message across? And that's how simple it is. So they learned how to positively think. They learned how to up-level their mindset. They learned how to do lots of different things. But actually, what they really, 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 really needed at that point was, what the media wanted was that they learned how to transform their bodies and be more energetic, feel fantastic, all of those sorts of things. But it was like, lose weight now, healthily, right? Really healthily. So that's what we did in that moment with Ageless Body. Then we moved forward, with all other types of people. And then in terms of their transformations, so book transformations or people who want to write, health transformations, those types of things. Like we move forward with those types of things there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm.
Does anyone have questions for Linda? No? Okay. All right. Well, back to you, Linda. So catapult your business online. Clarity is really important.
Yeah.
Did you say clarity? And
all right. So I'll ask Leanne, Kay, Michelle, Maria, and Melissa, Tracy, what's the number one thing, and Aldwin as well, what's the number one thing that you sell today?
A dream.
Can't sell a dream.
No. Oh, you mean as in we actually sell, or sell what our client wants?
We all sell a dream.
Okay.
Like
so
we all sell a
general.
dream.
Okay.
So what do you sell? So we all sell a dream. Okay. So, all right. So I've gone way too far.
Okay.
All right. That's cool. Okay. So I tried to, okay. So I have many businesses. I tried to tell you about my Ageless Body business. What do the women want? They want to lose weight. Boom. What do I sell? A dream. Because they don't think that they can lose weight, right? No one does over 50 or 40 or whatever, right? So we all sell a dream. So what's the number one thing that you sell in your business? So we've got to get really clear on that first. We can't sell anything unless we sell that. So I might be going too far ahead, maybe. Sorry, maybe I'm going too far ahead. So you've got to be able to understand what's the number one thing that you actually sell in your business. So in my other business, about how I catapult your business, is my clients come to me because I know how to make money. So maybe I should tell that story first. So I'll tell that story first.
Yeah, tell that story first. Yeah, great.
Okay. So let's tell that story first. Let's tell that story first. 9 years ago, I couldn't use a computer. I couldn't even go into a bank. I had to go into a bank to exchange money. I couldn't even do online banking. I didn't know how to do anything online. So what I actually learned at that point in time was actually I knew how to sell a dream, but I didn't know how to sell something online, if that makes sense. I owned gyms, right? Got it? I owned gyms. I owned wellness offices. I transformed thousands of bodies. By this stage, I was already 40. Like, we're talking about 22 years of actually helping people move forward in their dreams and their aspirations and all of that sort of stuff. And I got to this point and I actually went, everything's going to be online moving forward. And everybody in my world said to me, don't do that. You'll sell out. Don't do that. I said, I don't want to do that. I'm not selling out. I'm actually bringing them more. I'm bringing them more access to me. I'm bringing them more access. And they're like, but you don't even like technology. I'm like, no, does anybody? Apparently they do. Who knew, right? Apparently some people do like technology. Here we go, right? So we're moving forward and we're actually going to this space of, I'm going to create a whole membership where people come in and they come into my world, right? They're coming into my world. I do body transformations. I do business transformations if they're health or financial advisors or psychologists or doctors or whatever else they are. They come into my world and I teach them how to actually make an online business. We were doing that 10 years ago. 2020 happened and boom, everything's online. I go and talk to my GP. It's literally like going back to the 1970s. They didn't turn up. They didn't get back in touch with me. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing. We were online for 10 years. So we made this really seamless, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful online program for them. Yeah? No? That's what we do over in my world. Ageless Body is that. So if you're at a body transformation over 40, that's what we do. So there's videos, there's audio, there's audio casts, there's all sorts of things where we actually take you through this whole thing and we do it seamlessly. I didn't know how to do that 9 years ago. So if we're talking about catapulting your business, how do you make the offline feel like online? Right? No, yes, no, no, yes, 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 no.
Do you mean how do you make the online feel like offline? Is that what you meant? No?
No, how do you make the offline feel like online?
Okay.
Which way are you coming from?
Oh,
If you're young, if you're
Yeah.
18, you go that way. If you're old, you go that way.
Yeah.
I don't care. The fact is, do you know what it feels like to be part of a club? That's what we want to do online. That's what we do in our memberships. Boom, 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 boom. I've got Maria on here. I've got Kay. I've got Tracy, Melissa. That's what we do. Do you feel like it's seamless? Yep, 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 yep. So you want that to feel really seamless, right? So do you feel like you belong? Yes. Do you feel like when you show up, everyone says, hey, nice to see you, Michelle. Good to see you here. Or do they go, who are you? Right? So you're a member of the club and that sort of thing. That hasn't happened since the 80s anyway. So that's what we try to make online. And I teach you how to do that. So there's certain things that actually make that happen. Does that make you catapult? Yeah, but if you can explain it. The stuff, there's certain stuff that catapults you as well. We can help you publish a book. We can help you publish your programs online. We can help you get clear about your elegant business model and all those other things, that actually help you go online. The fact is that we've got this disconnect, and it's like this, because people say to me every day, LinkedIn feels so awkward. I say, why? I don't feel awkward online and on LinkedIn. I just go in and I tell them what I am. Boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom. This is what we do, right? So if they get on board, awesome. If they don't, if they feel awkward for the next 3 years, I ain't going away for the next 30. I'm not. I'm still going to be here. Showing up for women, showing up for extending their businesses in a way that they feel aligned to. Right? There's no judgment, but in the way that they feel aligned to, but actually in a way that actually works. Right? I know how to make great money. So we teach you how to do that. No embarrassment about that. It's just like, do you want to or do you not want to? Let's make it simple and easy and fast and quick and terrific. So we do that. So Aldwin is right. Go big, go bold, go out there. So go big, go bold, go out there, but be simple with your message. Because unfortunately, those listening have only got 5 seconds. Yeah, so you've got to be really quick in the way that you communicate to them. So the biggest thing that I'm really, really big on is actually helping people move forward with the fact that every single day they need to be doing organic lead generation and they need to be doing sales. So it's unpopular to say that, right? Because it's unpopular to ask for sales. People go, I don't want to ask for sales. Guess what? Ask quick, ask swiftly, ask 13 times, and then you might get a yes at 14. If you're clear in what you're asking for. So that goes back to that original part, is that clarity. What's your clarity around your product, around what you're wanting to put forward to the marketplace, what actually works, and then actually how you present it, and then how you ask for the sale. Are you asking for the sale? Putting up a link, don't cut it, babes. You don't cut it. You've got to get really, 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 really super clear. Do you want this? Is this for you? And then we'll go to that next stage. It's cool if it's a no. Awesome. I can work with a no. I can work with a yes. I can work with a no. I can't work with a maybe. Mm-hmm. And the maybe might be that they don't understand what the offer is. And that's up to us to make that clearer. Yeah. Does that make sense? Aldwin, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Talking about clarity, I'd like to go back to the point where you said, what is the one thing you're selling? That Michelle said dreams, right? And in some way, like, you know, people always say, you know, promote the benefits. So with my media, with getting publicity, I promote, you know, fame, fortune, freedom, leave a legacy, right? That's the benefits. What I'm doing is helping people be seen, be heard, be known. So I'm just a little bit, contemplating that point about what is the one thing you're selling, because I guess probably a few of us are selling multiple things. And so how do you come to the one thing? How would you help people clarify that? What is their one thing?
I love that. I love that question. So thank you. So the one thing is the main thing. So make the main thing the main thing. So that's number one. So if you don't know what your business sells, right, then you don't know. You've got to get clear on that. I can't help you with that. So for me, I've got two businesses, right? One business helps to actually transform bodies over 40. We help you to lose weight fastest amount of time and most effective and most healthy. Boom, done.
Right.
And the other business is actually making money. How do you make money?
Right.
Where you get really, 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 really super clear on what you're selling.
Yes. Yes, which are benefits, right? Lose weight, make money. So lose weight, make money is what your main thing you're selling.
No. I've got two businesses. So Ageless Body Formula is lose weight.
Yes.
The other business is make money. So the make money business is all about getting to the effect as fast as possible. So people, like, they come through their transformation and then they want to produce this and they want this as their business and all the rest of it. That's all cool. And every day I'm saying to them, well, what is marketable? What does the media want to hear about? Right? So what's marketable every day? Because the fact of the matter is that we've only got about 3 or 4 things that are marketable. People want to make money. They want to find love. They want to lose weight and look beautiful. Something of those things.
Connection, or the human values that Tony Robbins talks about, you know, contribution and significance, and whatever those 6 things, that 6 human needs.
That's fine if you already feel safe. If you don't feel safe, and that's been the rhetoric of the whole other world this year, that you're not safe. If you're going to get sick, if you breathe on the wrong person, right?
Yeah.
So Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a whole other story that we can actually go into. But here's the thing, is that this is what's really interesting, right? So they're the things. So your clients are looking at you, we're all looking at you, we're going, we want to feel significant and seen. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that in the world. Except if you're selling something that's not good.
That's right. It needs to be ethical.
Yeah.
Well, for me to help promote it, yeah.
My clients are all health coaches, or, you know, they're financial advisors, or they're psychologists, or they're whatever, right? So they're all of that ilk. So that's not a problem. So what is it then that they are selling? What's the number one thing? So
that's great. Yeah, that's great.
And no one talks about it.
Yeah.
So if you want to catapult, you find that and then you go for it. So I'm really good at finding that with people.
Yeah, great.
And then we go and catapult it, because Australia is an untapped market. It's an incredible market, and no one realizes how innovative actually Australian women are, or Australians are, full stop. They don't understand how clever we are. So here we go. Let's go do it. Because they actually want to just expand what we already are. And we've done it in so many ways. My daughter and my son actually are come up through science. The women in science in Australia are better than anyone in the world. No one knows about it. right? No one knows about it. Like they're better than anyone in the world in the last 50 years in terms of innovation and numbers. Like there's so few numbers because people go, oh, math, science, it's not a girl's thing, right? Guess what happens? Like they're really clever, right? So we know those numbers, they're coming up through. So innovation is what we actually need. So when we go, I don't know what to do next, that's a good thing. So go forward to people like me or Aldwin, where we go, we're not really sure what to do next. Guess what? That's the time to actually do something different. That's the time to actually say, actually, Australia is the leader. The world, the Western world, looks to Australia for health. Do you realize this? So I've done this study for 30 years. They look to Australia and they go, Australia is really, really, really innovative. Like they look at, why do their women look so good at 50, 60, 70? Because we're just doing what we were told to do all the years, you know, right? And maybe we've got some science behind it. And for me, like it's my passion. But actually, here's the thing. It's new to the rest of the world. The rest of the world is going, you should do this. And we're going, hello, over here. Like, I think we're pretty clever at this. Well, I will say that. You don't need to, Aldwin, but I will.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we're pretty clever at this. Health. So whoever's in the health area, the wellness area, the well-being area, whatever area you want to put forward, I think we are the ones that actually need to speak to go forward and catapult. So stop being shy.
Yes. Yes.
Stop worrying about if the camera angle is right. Stop not writing the articles. Stop not writing the books or being on board or whatever it is. Just actually go out there and start writing. In terms of businesses, I made $1 million in 18 months like that. If you get it right, you know, come on board with what I do. So you just get it right and then we just go. Just get it right.
It's getting that foundation right, isn't it, Linda? Because, you know, often people don't have that clarity on a foundational level of, you know, what their main goal is or what they're selling or what their, you know, what is their main thing that they're doing before they then go and market it. So a lot of people are marketing without having that foundation really strong.
100%. So mastery is very, very big. So when I, you know, launch my audio program that's about mastery, I'll talk to you guys about it. But basically, if you have the foundation in terms of you understand how to take people from A to B, don't stop. Like, just don't stop. Keep going, keep talking to them, because they will become your first clients or they'll become your first, you know, whatever you need. Whatever it is. So if you want an online program that, you know, gives you 7 figures, no problem. I didn't know that at that time. So I just went person after person. So I was getting 14 applications a day and I signed in about 7, 8 people a day into my online program every day. So there's nothing wrong with that. And they just, you know, started to move through, and they moved through at their pace. So they might not have gone my pace or Aldwin's pace or Kay's pace or whatever. They just went through it at their pace. And that's okay. Yeah. So you're not occluding anybody. You're including everybody. And then you're saying to them, well, if you've enjoyed this process, then the next thing is we've got this. So you take them to the next thing. And that's how you catapult your online business in a really, really, really supernatural way, if that makes sense. So it's sort of, some people just said, can I do the 6 week again? I'm like, yeah, no problem. That's cool. Yeah, so that's cool. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, great. And I just want to share the six basic human needs that I just looked up. So it's certainty, variety, significance, connection, growth, and contribution. That's the 6 human needs. And safety, of course. Safety is a big one through COVID. And safety, and that safety comes with, and the safety and certainty comes with people wanting to work with people who have certainty in what they do, who have runs on the board, who have experience, who've proven that something works. Why reinvent the wheel when you can work with someone who's already had success in a certain field? So leverage, that gives you leverage then, right, to really catapult your business as well.
Yeah. So yeah, certainty, clarity and certainty. I can't give anyone that, no one can. So that comes from their own area. So that's cool. But I'm certainly happy to sit with people and help them with that for sure.
Yep.
And then mastery is a whole other level from this. So in terms of mastery, what we know is it takes like 10,000 hours to gather mastery around anything. So people always, like my clients always say to me, oh, well, I haven't gained a client this week. It's like, well, how many hours are you at it as a newbie in business, So when you start doing 10,000 hours, we can start talking about it. How long do you give a person to actually really gather the mastery around something? And sales is a whole other thing, which is why I have a whole other, course for that. I love sales. Sales is connection. So,
and everyone's in sales, so a lot of people think, sales is a dirty word, but actually we're all selling something, aren't we? I mean, even if you want to be in a relationship with someone, you still have to sell yourself in some way, right? To get on that date or to, you still, everything you do.
Go to sell the cat, go sell to the kid, like get in the bath. I always say this, parent to parents, don't tell me that you're not in sales. Like everyone needs to sell to a kid, right? Right. And yeah, it's the same with anything.
Yeah.
Even if you're employed, you need to sell.
Yeah.
Like all of us. So let's not be precious about that.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun actually, especially if you know where it's going, if you know what I mean. So I've already stripped away who I'm selling to. So in terms of my social media footprint, so I stripped away who I've already selling to. So we've already taken it down to a point where they're already interested. Right. So if you want to learn about that, that's what I'm an expert in as well, is that social media, you strip it down to a point where you're really just selling to the ones who are already kind of in it anyway. Like they're in the conversation anyway. What's your conversation? Are you clear about what you're wanting to sell? What is it that you would really, really, really love to sell this week? How many of it do you need to sell? So you've got to know your numbers, with all of that. It's an embarrassing thing for women, apparently. I don't know why. How many do you need to sell this week? How many people do you need to talk to? And what do you need to do to sell people into that? So why is that a problem for women? I don't know. Because many of the women that I know, they need to feed their own children. They need to run their families. They're taking care of it all, right? So I'm not sure why that's a problem, but we go into all of that with our programs as well. And that's the thing that I
would guess on that one, that is receiving is an issue for women, right? Because women give so much. And so when you're selling something, you've got to be open to receiving, right? And the reason sales has is a dirty word for a lot of people because the forceful people in the day, back in the Amway days, and the people that forced things onto you or that pestered you so much you just bought the thing when you didn't need something. And so if you are going to be selling anything, only sell something to someone that that is going to be a match with what you're doing, or be integral with what you're selling. And authenticity is huge now.
Yeah, so yeah, beautifully said, is that we just like pull them through. So they've already been qualified. So they're not going to get to you anyway for the sale unless they've been already qualified. So you've already asked the questions, you've got them to that point. Do you want this or do you not want this? It's a little bit like here today. It's like, do you want to make more money, everybody? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Just don't be embarrassed. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because everyone goes, oh, you know, women go, oh, you know, I'm all right, thanks. Are you? What happens if you get 20 more K this week? What happens? You know, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's wrong with that? So that's something that I've had to learn. And believe me, it's been like 9 years. I had to count the zeros behind the one. Like, what's $1 million look like when you count the zeros behind it? What's 100,000? Like, I didn't know. I didn't know what it was. Like, I didn't know. I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a smart woman, but I didn't know what it looked like. No one told me. I wasn't an accountant. I didn't need to know. You know, my mum didn't tell me. She was a stay-at-home mum. I didn't know what $100,000 looked like. But guess what? If you're going to run a household, you want it, you need it. In fact, you need about 130 in Australia. You need about 130 to run a family in Australia. So let's just do that. Let's make that your first thing. It's not embarrassing. It was embarrassing that I didn't know for me, but I'm not embarrassed to tell you guys. I'm not embarrassed to tell anybody. No one taught me. I'm a smart lady. Guess what? No one knew. No one sat us down. They taught us how to make pizza. You know, how to get to home ec class, whatever. PE, I was awesome at PE. Oh my goodness.
They do no financial education. You're right. They don't do any. No, they don't. And it's so wrong. It should be taught to the kids.
If you're that pretty, you'll get married, Linda. I did twice. I'm 49 now, and I still didn't know 10 years ago, around about 10 years ago, what $100,000 looked like on a piece of paper. I'm not even talking about how I applied my bills to the $100,000.
So many women in the same boat.
Right? So here you go. Thank you for saying that. So I don't feel so foolish. I'm not a foolish woman. I'm smart. I've made so much money since I divorced. I still don't know how much, probably, right? Because I'm not that money motivated. Here we go. So women are not, right? So I don't see money as I'll buy next Louis Vuitton. I see it as, can I educate my next kid that gets through medicine? You know, so I don't see it as anything except that, what will I do next? How will I help the next generation? And this is what women do in Australia or other parts of the world if they've got money at their hands. They go, well, my kid, I wanted to get him to here, and I don't want to worry about my own bills. So, of course, we don't want to worry about the stupid bills that come in like all the time, right? We don't want to. So we just go, yeah, pay it, yeah, pay it, yeah, pay it. We don't want to worry about those. But then what? So they've already shown that in sociological terms that women will actually give around about 85% of what they earn back into the community of where they're living. Men don't necessarily do the same thing. Women do, right? So they've got some kids, they've got this going on, they might go to the gym, whatever they're doing, but they will actually put it back into their community because they know that supports them, right? So it's this whole thing that like goes around, which I actually think what old women is all about. Goes around, comes around.
Absolutely. Oh, there's so much we can chat about here.
There's not, okay, so excuse me, but it's not up to me to say what your value set is or where you want that business to be, but I can actually help you come in at certain levels for sure. The fact of the matter is that I shot for 110K. In my first year, I got $1 million in my first 18 months. That's what I do. And that's what I can help you to do. It's not up to me to tell you how much you want to earn. That's cool. Or where you attribute your funds to. That's up to you too. Or but if you're a good person who wants to expand a great business that helps others, that's on Aldwin's page, that's what I do for sure.
Fantastic, Linda. It's almost 8 o'clock. Time has just gone so quick, and we could keep hearing for you. You're so mesmerizing when you speak. It's almost hypnotic, it's sort of so relaxing, and I could listen to you all day. So really enjoyed that. That was awesome. And I'm sure there'll be lots of questions, people watching this on Facebook or here. Is everyone okay? We'll just go a little bit over time, maybe 15 minutes. We've got giveaways to do, just if there's any questions. And for people who want to work with you too, Linda, I'm sure that's the question. That's the question I'll ask right now. The people who want to work with you, what's the best way they can connect with you?
Well, if it just Facebook's fine, but I'll put in our free course next week, but also our podcast is going nuts at the moment. So we're just starting its new, I don't know, elevation. I'm not sure what you call it. Maybe you can give me a better word. But yeah, so I can put that in there too. Mind, Body, Joy. Okay. You can find it on everywhere.
Mind, Body, Joy podcast. I love your mic there. It's a really good sound coming from that mic, actually, Linda. I'm very impressed with the sound quality coming from your studio set up there. Brilliant. And you just put in the chat there, there's in the Entrepreneur $1 Million Mindset Summit 3-day. So can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I turn up next week and we go for 3 days, and I talk about how I've developed this business, basically. So it's live, it's Facebook, and I turn up live. It's about 6:30 in the morning, Melbourne time, Melbourne, Sydney, and Queensland time now. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. It's recorded. People can watch it back, but I invite them then into, a call with me, really, because we want to actually understand what they want to do next. And everyone's different, as you know.
Yes. So is that a free thing? The Entrepreneur $1 Million Mindset Summit. So anyone can hop on that. It's amazing. Entrepreneur $1 Million Mindset Summit 3 days. So that it's in the chat there in Zoom, and I'll just stick it under the live stream as well on Facebook in the Mass Media Tribe group. I see we've had a few viewers on there on Facebook. Does anyone on the Zoom room have any questions for Linda before we go to the giveaways? Any questions, comments? Questions? Unmute yourself. Any questions? I'm probably deep in thought, taking all that information on board.
I'm so sorry, Leanne. Did I blow your mind? I'm so sorry, anybody. I get so excited about this stuff.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. You had some really good points there. Actually, what are some best things from tonight before we go to the giveaways? What are some best things you'd like to share? What are some things you got out of tonight so far? We've got the giveaways coming up. Some people might say giveaways. Giveaways are going to be the best things coming up. Anyone like to share? Just unmute yourself. Maria, Kay, Tracy, I'm not sure if you're hearing us. Leanne, Michelle, thank you for keeping your videos on. Michelle, over to you.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I'm just mesmerized with Linda going with her hands, and I think she doesn't need a wand, she just needs her hands.
I'm a fitness trainer. I'm so sorry. Fitness trainer.
So I guess I got a little confused at the start, and because we had a session with Aldwin yesterday, and it was about making dreams come true for empty nesters. So that was the catch cry, the line that we thought would sound good, but maybe it's not. Maybe we just need to give people what they want. And
I think it sounds lovely. I am an empty nester. I am. my
saying
baby.
to you, make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
And are you sort of like, you don't really know what it is exactly?
It's a time that people don't talk about because you don't know how to talk about it at all. But also it's such an unusual time now. So they might be 27, they might be 17, they might be. My daughter lived in Belgium at 15 and a half.
Right.
So I felt half like an empty nester and half like I had a kid at home. So it was really hard at that time. So I think I'm a really good person to talk to. Maybe if you want some ways of speaking about these at this age, and of course, being such a lifelong learner with sociology is that I like the language around different things. We don't know what we're coming up with next.
Yeah.
And women are super, super, super special because they do modulate all these relationships that are actually coming through. I got all this rhetoric from my ex-in-laws and then my mom, and then how we're going to cope with this, and how did I cried for 3 months to have a daughter away at 15 and a half. So you just don't know, when's this emptiness going to happen. I was ready for it at 18, when they were 18 perhaps. Right. My boy's not even ready. Like, he's just still calling me up, Mama, how about you do this, and let's do this on Friday night, and he's coming up 19, and my daughter was like already gone. So there's no rules around this stuff. If you are a woman who really steps in to this part of life, and guess what? We don't know. I'm a young mama. Some people are becoming a mama at 47. Right? Like my clients, 47, first baby. So then they'll be empty nesting at, what's that, 70? Yeah. Maybe?
Yeah, that could be me. I'm calling for sperm donors now, actually. I'm 47. And so anyone watching this, just reach out. I'm single, available right now, very hormonal.
I haven't met anyone that's good enough for her. I'll tell you right now, there's no one that's good enough in Melbourne yet. I've been looking. I've been looking. So here's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. And this is what's exciting, right? It's exciting for our businesses because I don't want to retire when I'm 70. I want to keep going. Old one? Got it?
Yes.
I want to keep going because I feel like I'm just getting going. Right. So if I feel like I'm just getting going, then what else can I do? Who else can I help? Right? Who else can I help? That's exciting. It's exciting for Australian women. They don't know how good they are. Right. So, and I know there's other ladies on here too, my English clients as well. But guess what? We don't know how good we are. So we've got to keep on going. Also, we didn't know what the landscape's going to be. Is there retirement? I don't think so. So if we can't rely on that, what are we creating? What are we doing to pull people forward? And what's that all about? Australians are very good science, innovation, and health. So are you stepping right into that? I can, no problem. So I want to step right into that and just go, hey, listen the world, because we're just a little dot on a dot. No one knows about Australia, by the way. Have you heard? They don't know about us. Dot on a dot on a dot. But we are the future for a lot of really, really super cool things. What is it? Tell me. Tell me. So we help you to produce your books and your online programs as well. So my first 2 books became my online programs, which actually made me $1 million like that. And I didn't know I could do it until I did it. And I wasn't even interested. I was only interested in the results of my clients every day. every day, every day, every day. So it became a really, really interesting thing. A lot of my clients go, what can I sell? What can I sell? I say, who can you help? Who can you help?
Mm. Mm. And there'll be different things that people want. So in making dreams come true, you know, some people might want to lose weight, some people might want to contribute, some people might want something else. Kay has just put in the chat there, Aldwin, your presentation was wonderful, gives me inspiration to get out there online. Want to see what legacy I can leave. Good on you, Kay. That's awesome. I want to see what legacy you can leave too. Well, there you go. There's a few things. See, Kay wants to leave a legacy, right? So that's part of her dream.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. That's good.
Gives her inspiration to get out. That's awesome. Thank you. So that's the best thing from Kay. Or one thing or some things she got tonight. And that's awesome. That summit's coming up. So definitely connect with Linda there and you'll learn a lot more and ask her more questions there. Anyone else want to share what you got out of tonight, what you got out of Linda's presentation or my presentation or from other shares tonight? Anyone else like to share? Here's your chance. Otherwise, we're going over to the giveaways. Deep in thought. Well, now that you know what Linda does, you can reach out to her and join her challenge. There it is, Entrepreneur $1 Million Mindset Summit 3-day. It's also in the Mass Media Tribe group. All right, well, we have giveaways. I'm going to share my screen now. Now, Linda, you have a prize to give away. What is your prize? Let's do your one first. What is your prize? I'm going to share screen.
Yes, I'm super happy to have someone on a full session with me. So for 40 minutes, we just sit and we work with them and what they're needing to achieve.
Awesome.
So
40-minute session. And what's that valued at, Linda?
$500, really.
$500, 40-minute session with the amazing Linda Morrison. Let's see who's going to win that one.
Oh my God.
This is the wheel of names.
Don't make it me. I don't want to talk to me.
Yeah. Kay. Is Kay already a client? Or?
Yes, she is.
She is. Okay. Well, I can offer Kay I can offer a 45-minute media strategy session with me.
All right.
If she would like, and then we can give yours to someone else.
Yep. Sounds good.
Is that okay, Kay?
That's wonderful.
Okay, great. So 45 minutes.
I'm still here. I'm just ready in my pajamas and my.
That's okay. We don't want to see you in your pajamas, so that's all good.
That's what I want to be in.
Very soon, very soon. All right. So now for Linda's program. Now Linda is in here, so hopefully she won't win her own prize here. Okay. So Michelle, there we go. Michelle, congratulations.
Awesome.
Well, that's
awesome. Thank you.
That's perfect because Michelle's my client, right? So, and then she wants to talk to you more. So that's perfect. Fantastic.
So
perfect.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. And Leanne, you have a prize tonight as well. What's your prize? So just connect. So Kay, please reach out to me. Send me a message on Facebook so we can connect. And Michelle and Linda, please connect.
I've sent you a friend request already. But yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I have 3 profiles on Facebook. There's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. And so the best one is actually, well, they had a 5,000 friend limit. So I set up new profiles and then they brought the follow feature in. So anyway, that's why I got 3 profiles. But the main one I use is the one with my hair to the side. So please send me a request to that one. My hair to one side. That's the main one.
So that's part of the media strategy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was initially because I maxed out my friend limit. And now I've got a few thousand followers on each of them as well. So it's, getting a message to the masses. Where are the masses? Masses on Facebook, so getting it out there. So awesome. That's great, Kay. So Kay, media strategy session. Michelle's got a session with Linda. Leanne, what's your prize?
Yes, mine is a 1-hour strategy session on conscious cash flow with myself, valued at $199.
Yay, brilliant. $199 conscious cash flow session with Leanne Clune. Who's going to win this one? Oh, Maria. Congratulations.
Yay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, awesome, Maria.
Lovely. That's
Maria McGrath.
Very sweet. Very
beautiful.
Sweet.
Maria, congratulations. So you've won with Leanne. Please connect the 2 of you. Michelle, did you have a prize you want to give away? Where's Michelle gone? She there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, I'd like to give a prize away.
Awesome. What would you like to give?
A 1-hour discovery session for an empty nester. So we have an empty nester, we have Linda, and maybe Aldrin, if you give your cat away, you have an empty nester.
I don't want your cat. I don't want my cat.
My cat hasn't stopped meowing all night. I think it's time for him to leave the nest. But anyway, I will. I'll just give him a paddle, so he'll be right in a minute. But yes, for an empty nester.
For anyone, let me have a think. So we have our WildFit program. So if you want to change your relationship with food, if you've got things that you don't understand, a 1-hour discovery session with Mark, who is a trained WildFit certified coach, and it'll be all about understanding more, learning, educating you about why you have the cravings and your 6 human hungers.
Awesome. So we've got there's discovery session with the WildFit discovery session. Is it that or the empty nester one? Is that correct?
No, let's just do the WildFit one because
just WildFit.
Not enough empty nesters in there.
Not enough empty nesters.
Everyone can benefit from the
WildFit program. Okay, awesome. Yeah. And WildFit sounds amazing. I love the sound of that. So WildFit consultation goes to Leanne. Congratulations. That'll be great for you, Leanne. You're gonna love that. Is she still on here? Where's she gone? Is she on there?
No, she's gone.
No?
She's gone to eat Easter eggs.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Leanne's there. Anyone else want to do any giveaways? Anyone else want to offer anything? Or are we done? We're done. Okay. Well, we'll stop the share. All right. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you to all our donors. Very generous of you. And thank you so much, Linda, for being our guest speaker tonight. It was awesome having you here, sharing your wisdom with us. And you do have that fantastic event coming up. If you are on the Zoom, you may like to save the chat because there's a few contact details and things in there. So if you want to save the chat, just go to where you type a message, go to the 3 dots on the right and just go save chat. And that'll give you the links and everything for Entrepreneur $1 Million Mindset Summit 3-day and other links in there. And Kevin mentioned earlier too, actually we both have a mutual friend who's the amazing Alan Stevens here, who also does face readings. We're talking about face readings earlier. Alan Stevens, amazing. He also does the Campfire Project, and he has a great podcast too, and panel discussions that happen on that as well. He's quite an amazing guy. He's in part of the BX community, which is how I also know Kevin as well, which is a great networking group as well if you want to get yourself out to more people.
Awesome. So Aldwin, we I probably got quite a few book launches that are coming up in Queensland at the end of the year. Some of the people on here might be involved in their own books as well. So I'm going to talk to you about whether we can do an event in Queensland because we're so excited here in Melbourne to be going anywhere. Yeah, so there might be quite a lot of people that are actually going to launch with us for their books. They're solo author books. So it's not just their multi-authors, but they're solo author books. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
that sounds amazing.
About that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can give you ideas on venues and all that sort of thing. So that sounds amazing. A multi-author book. Excellent. Well, so I always joke with Melbourne, the number plate's on the move. I always say on the move to Queensland. But it's been a bit like that with the COVID, running. I don't blame Melbourne and Sydney people getting the hell out of there during the lockdowns because it's horrible. It's been horrible what's happened with that. And I must say, just putting a mask on is it feels so demoralizing as a human being to cover half your face. Like it just feels like you're gagged.
So we had it for nearly 12 months.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, so it was pretty full on actually. So I've got international clients as well, and it was pretty full on. So I must say that I've had an online and at-home business for 10 years, and it was still quite stifling. I don't... we had it more than anywhere in the world for the prolonged period. I'm not saying that they didn't have it, but we had it for the prolonged time. Yeah. And they still don't acknowledge it as a thing, but it was a thing. So I know people, unfortunately, when you started, who did suicide and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
That, you know, and these are really, you know, terrific, bright people, upwardly mobile, and unfortunately, you know, didn't find a different way. And who knew? And here we were. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of awful. And I would have, worst thing would have been to have a little new baby come home and no one could have enjoyed the baby. So nobody, not the nana, not grandfather, nothing. Like you're at home with a baby. So I know what that feels like, and I had support, but I think that would have been even worse. So I try to think of, you know, things where you go, you know, we make it a little bit better for everybody.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we've seen the worst of it now. Hopefully things will improve moving forward. And
we go to New Zealand, like awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, and just noticing your state of mind and what's going through your head right now with, you know, these things we cannot control. You can control whether you come to gratitude for what you do have and how you have it now, because things can always be worse. Still in saying that, right? Things can always be worse. And I know some things are just shocking out there, and I know there's a lot of anger, frustration going on, and that's why even more so I think it's important to just check in with yourself and lift your vibration as much as you can, and get into gratitude and look at the things you can be grateful for and the things you can control, which is, you know, launching a business online is something you can control, right? There's a lot you can do.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's just incredible. So all of my audio stuff is all going to be about like focus and mastery and creating your world online moving forward. And that's unbelievably important. And also imperative if you want to make money. If you don't want to make money, no problem. Do something else. Watch Netflix. But if you want to make money and you need to make money and make the world go around, what are you actually giving that the marketplace really wants right now? And I know Aldwin's very good at making that succinct. And that is my whole world. Make that succinct really quick, get it going. Let's make it happen. I get really excited about stuff like that, especially if it's aligned to your world.
And money, you know, the amount of money you have is an indication of how much you're serving people anyway. So, you know, the more, you know, and it's important to allow money in, be grateful for the money coming in and the money going out when you're paying bills and things like that. Be grateful, because you need that flow, right? The flow, the yin yang, the flow of energy in and out.
Yeah.
And having gratitude around money and getting over any money blocks that a lot of people have, subconscious money blocks, and think it's evil and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, so the excuses you make is the excuses your clients make about money. Yeah, 100%.
Yes. Well, it's been a brilliant session tonight. Fantastic Mass Media Tribe event. Does anyone else want to say anything before we wrap up tonight? Anyone want to say anything, add anything that they got, or any final words before we wrap up?
No, I thought that was a wonderful session. I've been trying to find you on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know where the one is on the side, but there's 3 different ones on there. Your photos on Facebook,
Or message my page. I've got a page called Aldwin Alternate Media Queen page on Facebook. Aldwin Alternate Media Queen page.
The Media Queen.
Aldwin Alternate Media Queen page on Facebook. Yeah, if you message me through there, there's only one of those ones.
I'll help.
Yeah, Linda, and I'm connected with Linda, so look for Linda there. So either way, look, I have an assistant that checks all of. It is the .5. That's it. Aldwin.alternate.5. There you go. Thank you, Michelle. There you go. Michelle's onto it. She's put the link in there. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you, Kay. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and hopefully everyone else enjoyed it as well. Anyone else want to say anything? Michelle, did you enjoy it? Tracy, like to say anything? Yes, Michelle's got thumbs up. Awesome. It was great having you here. And remember, we have the Global Good News Challenge. You've got till midnight. You've got about another 4 hours here in Australia on the Eastern Seaboard if you want to join in the Global Good News Challenge. You've got 4 days for April. We've got the next Mass Media Tribe event coming up as well in May, and the next Free Publicity Secrets workshop, and of course Linda's amazing summit coming up next week. So lots of ways we can keep connecting, stay connected. Remember to shine bright and light up all those around you. You are extraordinary. You're 1 in a billion just by being born. And perhaps now is the time for you to shine. Time for you to step up and really make a difference and catapult your business online. Thank you so much once again, Linda, our amazing guest speaker. Check her out, Linda Morrison. Go to a summit next week, and we'll look forward to seeing you again at future events. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Thank you to all our prize donors. Bye.
Bye.